Hey guys, and welcome back. My name is Claire. Today we're going to be doing a postnatal from the first 6 weeks lower body workout. This is also suitable for any beginner's level entry to mat Pilates. We're going to be going nice and gentle, just working those glutes, thighs, some hamstring work. So let's get started. We're just going to come and sit on our bottoms cross-legged, or you can have your legs out in front of you, whatever's comfortable for you. Or if you prefer, you can lay down on your back. We're just going to take a couple of nice big deep breaths, connecting with our core, our pelvic floor. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose. I want you to feel your ribs expand wide and your belly press forward. And as you exhale, press it out through the lips and feel your ribs start to draw down towards your hips and your belly start to tighten. We'll do 3 deep breaths like this. Inhale, ribs expand wide. Exhale, ribs draw down, belly tightens. 2 more. And out. 1 more here. And out. Beautiful work. Just return to a nice natural breathing pattern. Let's think about lifting through the pelvic floor. So I want you to squeeze as if you're trying to stop a wee midstream, and I want you to lift as if you're trying to draw it back up inside of you. So we squeeze and lift, hold, 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 and let go. Almost press down when you let go. And squeeze and lift, and let go. You might like to match that with some breath. So we take an inhale as we let go, and as we exhale, we squeeze and lift. 2 more. Nice short cycles. Last one like this. Beautiful work. All right, let's make our way down to the mat. We're going to lay on our back to start with. When you have your knees nice and bent, heels about hip width apart, and the hands are going to be down flat beside you here. We're going to take the knees and just gently rock them from side to side. I want you to feel the stretch through the hips, the sides of the body, and maybe even through those thighs as you press your top knee down towards the mat underneath you. Beautiful. I'll go 1 more each way. Beautiful work. And then coming back up through center, we're just going to take some pelvic tilts here. So a pelvic tilt, if you think about your pelvis, take your hands holding onto those hip bones. You can feel your pelvis here. As you tilt your pelvis, you're going to press your tailbone into the mat and just gently lift through the low back slightly. And then as you tuck your pelvis, I want you to pull the back down. I want you to start to bring your pubic bone up towards your belly button. Now this is an exaggerated tuck and tilt, just so we can find a little bit of movement, stretch out through those hips. Excuse me. Beautiful. And then we find a neutral position. So neutral is where we have a natural lift in the low back, okay? We're able to draw those ribs in and connect them down towards our hips, so we're nice and flat through the belly. And if you were to place your hands on your pelvis in a diamond shape, your fingers and the heels of your hands should be nice and even so that the hands are sitting flat. That's our neutral spine. Hands reach down beside us. We're going to have the palms facing down here so that we've got support. We're going to start with a very slow, controlled pelvic curl rolling through the spine. So before you move, take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, I want you to start to tuck your pelvis, squeeze your bottom, and then peel your spine up, starting from the tailbone, the low back, the middle back, maybe the upper back, but only so far before you start to arch through the back. We want to keep that rib to hip connection. I want you to feel your glutes squeezing, your thighs, the back of the legs squeezing as you drive your heels down into the mat. We take an inhale here as we hold for that squeeze. And then as you exhale, I want you to massage your spine back down into the mat, feeling each vertebra of your spine rolling down one at a time like it is a beaded necklace. We rock back, but only to neutral. Inhale breath. And exhale, we tuck and squeeze the glutes and peel that spine back up. Try not to rush through this. We really want to move through the spine. I want you to drive your heels down, drive your glutes up, but keep those ribs pulled in. What we don't want to do is expand through the upper back and dip into that low back, okay? So connection. And rolling back down as you breathe out one more time. Beautiful work. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck and squeeze. As you come up, can you keep your knees aligned with your hips? You might find you need a little bit of inner thigh activation to achieve this. And then we roll all the way back down as you breathe out. We're going to hold up on our next one. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck, squeeze the glutes. Peel your spine up one vertebrae at a time, holding in that curl here. I want you to lower halfway down, squeeze to lift. As you lower, we keep the spine in a neutral position. So you're just aiming them glutes straight down, squeeze, tuck at the top. Straight down, flat back, squeeze and tuck at the top. Keep those knees aligned with your hips. Your hands should be nice and relaxed. Your fingers should be nice and relaxed. And your heels are driving into the mat underneath you. The more you press into those heels, the more those hamstrings are going to assist with that curl to squeeze and tuck through the pelvis and get that little bit more height through the hips without losing that core connection, without dipping into that low back. Whew. I am 3.5 weeks postpartum and I did not exercise for the last couple of months of my pregnancy because I had a really bad pelvic pain. So getting back into exercise for me is super tough. As a Pilates instructor, enthusiast, I've done years of Pilates. This is tough for me, okay? I'm really feeling my glutes in the back of my legs right now. So if you're finding this challenging and you're not used to finding this challenging, then do not be disheartened because I am with you. Let's hold right up at the top, little baby pulses up, little squeeze release of those glutes. We're going to go for 10, for 9, for 8 and 7. Breathe out for 6. In and out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold up. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, roll down through the spine. All right, bring those knees into the chest. Give the back of those legs, those glutes, a little stretch. Take a little rock from side to side. We'll take the feet nice and wide on the mat and give those knees a rock out here. Beautiful. Just before we move away from the mat, we're going to do a very gentle little bit of core work, just to keep everything nice and awake. And then we're going to come up and keep on working through that lower body. So feet hip width apart, nice and flat on the mat, hands just still down beside you. We're going to take a nice big inhale here before we start to move. And then as you exhale, I just want you to lift one leg up to tabletop. And then inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, the other leg comes up. Inhale, lower down. Now as you breathe out, I want you to pull your hip bones in towards each other. So we're not just lifting the leg using the thigh, we're also using our deep core muscles. So we want to feel the ribs pull down towards the hips and the hip bones draw in towards each other like you're buckling yourself up around that midline. As you breathe out, you'll feel your belly tighten a little bit more each time. As you breathe in, your ribs should expand wide laterally rather than opening up towards the ceiling above you. Beautiful. All right, next time we lift up our right leg, we're going to hold it in tabletop. Inhale, left leg comes up, brace through the core. Exhale, holding that tabletop for me. Hands come down beside you. Inhale, breath, and exhale, belly pulls in. Keep your spine neutral. Now again, if you're just returning to exercise postpartum, this may feel intense for you. It sure does for me. If you are just entering mat work at a beginner's level, depending on the strength of your core, this might feel a little bit gentle for you, or you might feel the intensity the same as us mamas getting back into exercise. If you do want a little bit more, reach your hands down beside you, tuck your chin and lift your chest towards your thighs, keeping your belly button pulling in towards the thighs. And we breathe 3 more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Feel that belly tighten. Inhale, breath, and exhale. Last one here. I'm going to pull my knees in towards my chest. I'm going to use my core to just take a little bit of a roll here back and forth. So we keep the belly pulling in. Your legs are helping with that roll, but you should feel that belly nice and tight, assisting you to come all the way up and sit up onto your bottom. Beautiful work. All right. Excuse me. Next thing we're going to do is come into a 4-point kneel. This next series is going to challenge your glutes, your hamstrings, your shoulders, and your core. So I want you to think about it as full body so that we can get the most out of it, okay? We want our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. Draw your belly in, keep a nice neutral spine. I want you to keep your left knee underneath your left hip as you extend your right leg long behind you. So square that right hip back down to face towards the mat. Keep the elbow soft, and we're going to bend it in as we inhale and extend it long as we exhale. So when the leg goes long, we're not looking for height, because what you'll find is your back will dip and your hip will open. Instead, I want you to square your hips, neutralize your spine, pull it in, lengthen the leg out. As soon as the leg is straight, you just use your glute and the back of your leg to squeeze up, pull in, exhale, lengthen, squeeze, and in. All right, if that's feeling okay for you, let's add in a little bit of coordination with our upper body. We're going to lift the left elbow in towards our ribs, and as our right leg goes long, we reach the left leg long. Inhale, pull it in, and exhale, reach. Now keep both hips square, shining down towards the mat underneath you. If you find that you're swaying over to the left side, you can just gently apply a little bit of pressure into that right hand to help even you out on the mat here. Try and keep your left foot unfolded, so you don't want to have the toes up. What that's going to do is provide you with more stability, and we want to challenge the core. So unfold that foot, keep the top of the foot relaxed down. We've got 3. We've got 2. That's it. 1 more. Hold it here. Bring your left hand down. We're going to tap the right toe and lift. Tap it down and lift. Beautiful. Keep those hips square. Keep your belly pulling in, your low back nice and neutral. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up here. Little baby pulses up. If you want to challenge yourself, lift that left arm up. Reach as you pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down. Knees wide. Find a nice child's pose. Take a few deep breaths. Beautiful work. All right. Bring it back up. We're going to go straight into the other side. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Keep that right knee aligned with your right hip. Brace through the core. Extend the left leg back behind you. Hold it for a moment while you find that squareness through the body. Hip bones shining down, neutral spine. Inhale, we bring the knee in. Exhale, extend, squeeze the glute. All right, so don't lift the leg and open the hip and dip through the back. We lengthen and we use a squeeze of the glute and the hamstring to lift just an inch each time. Beautiful. Breathing out as the leg goes long, and every time you breathe out, think about sucking your belly button in towards your spine, almost like you've got some super tight jeans on that you're just sucking in. Maybe that's the season you're in, like me. Beautiful. Let's add that arm on when you are ready. Tucking the right elbow in. Extend the leg, extend the arm. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, lengthen. Remember, you can press into that left hand a little if you need to help to bring your weight nice and even between the two sides of the body. That's going to help you keep your core working here rather than loading up the right glute. Beautiful. Reaching as you breathe. Keep your eye gaze just above where your left fingertips are so your neck is long. We've got 3. We've got 2. 1 more. Hold the leg long. Bring the arm down. We tap the left leg and lift. Beautiful. Feel that lift coming from the glute, coming from the hamstring. Keep your belly pulling in. Keep that spine neutral. Your hips square. That's it. We've got 6. Breathing out as you squeeze up. 5. Eye gaze just above your fingertips. 4. 3. 2. hold it up, little baby pulses, squeeze to lift, that's it. Breathe nice and naturally. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, find that child's pose. Knees are wide, bottom back to the heels, just rest the forehead on the mat, reach your arms here. Maybe take a little sway through the hips. And we're just going to bring ourselves all the way up. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come into a high kneel. Adjust this so that you guys can see me fully. All right, so we want to come into a high kneel here. We're going to work our hinges now. If you feel any lower back pain when you're doing your hinges, just want you to take a little stretch, sit this one out. We're not going to be here for long. If you want to work a little bit harder, you can grab some hand weights and hold them in your arms, in your hands, as we have the arms reached out in front of us. So in our high kneel, I want you to start by tucking your pelvis this time. So we're pulling our pubic bone towards our belly button and we're squeezing through the glutes, squeezing those ribs to hips, okay? Your knees are hip width apart. Your arms are going to reach straight out in front of you and keep the shoulders pulling down. Now we're hinging from the knees. We're not bending from the back or dipping from the glutes. I just want you to lean back. The movement comes right from the knees. You'll feel your thighs on. Squeeze the thighs to come back up. It is a tiny movement, especially if you are either a beginner or just returning to exercise postpartum. We don't need to go too far to feel the thighs working here. Breathe out as you come up and squeeze those thighs. Inhale as you lower down. Maybe you can go further than me. Maybe you just go a little bit shallower than me. Find your range. Keep your arms reaching. Beautiful. We're going to go for 6 more of these. Inhale, lower. Keep everything tight. Exhale, squeeze to come up. These ones are super cheeky. You won't even feel like you've done much after this, but tomorrow, guarantee your thighs are going to be sore and you didn't even realize how much you were using them. All right, we've got 2. Exhale, come up. Can you challenge yourself? Go a little bit further on this last one. 1. Beautiful. Come up and just take a little bit of a stretch down here. Give those thighs a little whack out. All right. We're going to keep on moving. If you need to pause at any time and take a little bit more of a breather, you go ahead and do so, okay? I'm going to come and lay down on my left side. I'm going to come onto my elbow. My knees are stacked and I'm going to lift my waist up like I'm drawing away from a little campfire underneath the side of the body. I want you to keep length through the neck here, and at any time if you feel a little bit necky, you just take your eye gaze and you look straight down at the mat, okay? My right hand is just on my hip. Press that hip away, helping to lift through the side of the body. You're going to squeeze those ankles together. Take an inhale, squeeze your right glute. Exhale, open the knee, and inhale to tap down. If you're hearing a little bit of background noise right now, it's because my little 3-week-old is having a little bit of wind over in the corner over there. Thanks, Sonny. Anyways, I want you to keep your hips pointing forward. So as that knee opens, you squeeze your bottom. Don't rock back and drop that posture. Keep everything nice and aligned. Squeeze the glute to open. That's it. Just for 3. For 2. Hold that leg up. 1. I want you to do little pulses here. So squeeze that glute to lift that knee for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. I want you to tap your knee down, tap the ankle, knee down and ankle. Lift that waist, drop out of that shoulder. We are rotating through that hip, but keeping our hip bones square. So no movement through the hips, just in that socket. You'll feel your leg rotating and we're squeezing the glute to initiate that movement. Just for 4, 3, 2, 1 more here. Keep your whole leg up. We tap the whole leg down and lift. So knee and ankle now moving at the same time. Opening like you're opening a book. That's it. Breathe out, squeeze up. Tap and lift for 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Little pulses here. Keep the ankle up. Keep the knee up. Squeeze your glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more movement. Draw your knee in, extend your leg long, point the toe. Bend it in, extend it long, pull in and out. I want you to keep your leg working at hip height. Keep lifting that waist, draw up out of that shoulder. 4. That's it. 4, 3. We're going to hold the leg long and lie down in 2, 1. Leg stays long. I want you to slide your left arm long. You can rest your head now. Beautiful work. We're going to sweep that leg forward, flex the foot, drag it back. Point your toe, our leg sweeps forward. Ouch. Flex and drag it back. Beautiful work. Oh, my glute is on fire. Let's do 3 more. Inhale and exhale. For 2. Hips stay still. 1 more here. Hold it here. Point the toe. Little pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, give that bum a tap. Woo. All right. Roll over onto your back here. Let's stretch that glute out. Right ankle over the left knee. Oh, my hips and my glutes. Everything is so tight still. This is why we're doing low repetitions, nice and gentle movements here. Nothing that should, put your body in danger. Sunny's having a nice little chat over there. Have a nice big deep breath and just remember, take it at your own pace. If it ever gets too intense, just scale it back, have a rest. All right. For now, we're going to come straight over into the other side. I'm going to swivel myself around. Come down onto that right elbow. Our knees are stacked. Your ankles are squeezed together. We lift the waist up. We pull up out of that shoulder. You want the elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Left hand's on the hips, pressing the hip away to help with that lift. We squeeze the heels together. We squeeze the left glute. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, we open the left knee, but keep our left hip nice and still. So you can place your hand on your hip if you want and just feel that there is no movement through those hips, okay? We want to be squeezing from the glute. Remember, if you get a little bit necky, just look straight down towards the mat. Keep that lift through the waist, lifting out of the shoulder. Feel your left glute squeezing to lift that knee. Beautiful work. I'm going to start to add on in just 4. In 3. 2. Little pulses up in 1. Little pulses. Hips should not move. Notice that my upper body is completely stable. I want you to monitor yourself. Keep everything nice and still. It's one of the most challenging parts about this movement is keeping it isolated. Right in the side of that glute there, we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the ankle, tap your knee down. Lift the knee, tap the ankle. So we're going internal and external rotation and still monitoring from the hips up, everything super stable. Waist lifted, lifting out of the shoulder, hips are still. If you need to, eye gaze down to take tension off that neck. We've got 6, 4, 5, keep breathing. For 4, stay with me, it's getting a little bit tough now. 3 and 2, that's it, almost there. 1 more here, lift the ankle, knee and ankle taps down and lifts. This is the last one we're going to do up on our elbow. We get to slide down, is that right? No, we've got 1 more before we slide down. Sorry guys, I lie. Tap the knee and ankle, squeeze to lift, just 6. Beautiful, use that glute, squeeze up, 5, for 4, 3, and 2, hold it up, 1. Last exercise here, knee in, extend the leg, point the toe. Bring it in, extend it, beautiful. Working at the hip height here, so don't let your leg drop down. We've got 6, 4, 5, that's it. We get to slide down in 4, waist up, 3, find that posture, 2, leg stays long in 1. Slide your right arm down, rest your head, hand back to the hips. We sweep the leg forward, flex the foot to draw it back. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, draw it back. Oh my days, it is getting tough here. Let's go for another 3. For 2, ready for our last round of pulses. In 1, leg long, pulse that leg up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, give that bum a little bit of a tap. Let's roll over onto our back and stretch out the left glute. Oh, take a little rock here. So tight. I could stay down in this stretch for a long time. Take your feet onto the mat. Nice and wide. Rock your knees from side to side. Beautiful work. And we're going to bring our feet back to hip width apart. We are going to finish with one more round of pelvic curls here. All right, so hands down beside you, feet nice and flat on the mat. We're going to drive into those heels, knees hip width apart. Neutral spine this time. I don't want you to roll through the spine. We're going to keep the spine in neutral. As you inhale, feel your glutes squeeze, your pelvic floor lift. As you exhale, drive your hips straight up and just tuck at the top. Inhale, tap your bottom straight down. Exhale, drive up, squeeze. We tap. Inhale, exhale, lift. And down. Beautiful. And down and up. For 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, hold up for pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another round. This time for 5, for 4, for 3, 2. Hold it up for pulses. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know the pattern. Let's go for 4. Tap down for 3 and lift. 2 and 1 for pulses up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for 3. Almost there. 2, 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. We've got 2 pelvic curls, 2 pulses, and then 1 of each. Up and pulse, roll it down, hug those knees. Take a gentle rock here from side to side. Your glutes are going to feel that, my loves. Oh, well, mine are at the very least. Let's extend the right leg long, squeeze the left knee in. You can open it out to the side if that feels nice for you. And then we're going to draw it across the body. Ooh, get that glute stretch, get that back stretch. If you've got space, I'm right at the wall. Reach your left arm really nice and long. Eye gaze to look at the left arm. And then we'll bring it all the way up and swap those legs. Right knee squeezes in. Maybe draw it out to the side if that feels nice. And we pull it all the way across our body, stretching out that glute and back. And we reach the right arm long. Hi, Sonny. Sonny's my little boy, just in case you didn't pick up on who I'm chatting with. Bring both legs back in, hands in behind the knees. Let's roll like a ball to come up. Again, this is a little bit of core work. I want you to keep your ribs in, your belly pulling in. We've got a little bit of momentum from the legs, but mostly I want you to use that core to bring you up in 3. Roll through that spine. 2, tuck that chin. And 1. Beautiful work. We're just going to come into a butterfly position, soles of the feet together. Give your knees a gentle little rock out. Breathing in and out. Come to a nice steady position. We're just going to take a little twist here, looking over our left shoulder, reaching our left arm. And then back the other way. These are just really nice stretches. If you are postpartum, if you're breastfeeding, or even if you're nursing with a bottle, just that being leant over all the time, holding bub. I'm going to extend my legs long here and just reach down, getting a little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings. I am so tight. I have not got a lot of flexibility back yet. Reach towards either your knees, your shins, your ankles, your toes, wherever your flexibility can get you. When you're here, just see how it feels to gently tuck your chin just as much as you can to get that stretch along your back, along your spine. And then we'll sit tall. Take a nice big inhale. Let's do that one more time. Stretch, 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 stretch those arms. Tuck that chin just a little. And then come all the way up. We're going to finish how we started in a nice comfortable position. If you'd like to close down the eyes, I'm going to bring my hand, one to my belly, one to my heart space. And as you inhale, I want you to feel your hand press into your belly first, then the chest lift. And when you exhale, I want you to make it so soft that you can't quite hear the sound of it leaving your body. All right, so we inhale in through the nose. Exhale nice and soft like silk leaving the body. On your next breath, if it feels nice, draw the breath in a little deeper and just hold it at the top as you count to 4. And then let it go. Well done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and Sunny today. Say hello. Hope you guys enjoyed your workout. Getting back to movement is the absolute best. We just want to do it in a really safe, controlled environment where we can gently get those muscles back to a little starting point so we can do some stronger workouts in a couple of weeks' time. I'll see you soon.